All right, back again. We are now moving into the December 1950 MDG games on MacArthur's War. Um, Getting close here. The North Koreans have been repulsed and shoved back into this little corner of South Korea. We're still in police action, so the scope is just South Korea. And we'll see if the UN can pull things off here. If they eliminate all the North Koreans in South Korea, the current scope, they'll win by 1 victory point, unless somebody escalates first and brings the Chinese into the war. So, the first thing we have to do here on the 1950 turn is the big roll for weather. Here we go. So far, the weather has not favored the UN. So, let's see in December. They do have a Marine unit ready to invade off board, but we'll see if that actually happens here. And the weather is 4. Nope, sorry, snow. Snow, not bitter, but snow. Snow means 1/2 of the available air power, which is still 1, and no amphibious invasions, and -2. So, still didn't help. So let's see, based on that, we've got the air phase. Yeah, I'm not going to do interdiction, that's for sure. We get half the AP, so we only get 1 AP. Reinforcement phase, we've got replacements. So the South Koreans get 1, and it's time now to reclaim an eliminated unit. Yeah, the notice town is Daejeon, so let's look and see what they've got here. Yep. Got some 5/8s here. That's a regiment. So and these guys come back at reduced strength, so that's theirs. Then we look at US gets 1. They haven't pulled in any UN units. They're not going to. Oh, we got 1 more unit. This guy. All right. Yeah, all US units appear to be at full strength. Are they going to escalate? No. So strategic movement, though, we do see. Let's look at this strategic map. There we go. So this unit is available. Going to land him here. Can't move this turn. Man, he's on a port next turn, if for whatever reason we want to invade. Alright, so that's all in place. So next we also have to move the 7th Fleet. That's a coastal hex. Let's just put them on Incheon, which means they can help here, depending on what happens. So that's that, and we've still got an air point too. So we'll see here. So I think that's just strategic, no offboard, and we're in the movement phase. Just want to check one thing with 7th Fleet. There it is. What's police may be present on the map on any all-sea coastal hexes for naval bombardment. Naval bombardment, while the 7th Fleet is on the map, it can be used for naval bombardment or any strategic. Regardless of present well on the map. Any battles, overruns, airborne in the hex or adjacent to the hex it occupies, providing a 1-column shift. Any number of battles. Awesome. Unlike the air point that when you use it, it's gone. So, this is what we want to do. We're going to take a shot at doing an overrun here. I got 7. So basically an overrun says units begin movement phase stacked together. That's important. They move to a hex adjacent to them, ignoring ZOC, paying double movement cost. It's probably only 2. It's snow, so they're -2 also. Combat is resolved immediately. And if you look, both air power and bombardment can be used in an overrun. So, half of 30 is 15. 15 to 7 is 2 to 1. Yep, it's clear hex. That's all I was stacking. So I get it immediately to 3-1 because of the 7th Fleet presence. And let's make a decision here because in theory, maybe available to, well, we'll see. Maybe this guy could move up and they could attack Seoul from the rear with it cut off. Key thing is, I think supply is judged at the moment of contact. Yeah, that's the whole key thing here, is supply judged. Supply is checked. Supply is checked for both attacking and defending at the moment of resolution. Bingo. So, 7th Fleet is there, and this could be, like I said, that's a 3-1. Let's look at the chart. 3-1, and we want, yeah, DE, DM, DR, DR, DR. PX on a 6 we lose, but if we get it to 4-1 it doesn't matter. So we can save the air point, if I'm reading this chart right. Yep. So let's save the air point and go with the 3-1 because we want to take the hex. That's the key. Alright, so we're going to go for a 3-1, and the roll is, that's not a great roll. Wow, that was close, but we've got what we wanted. We got a DR. Now they must retreat 1 hex. Now what's critical here is, do they retreat here or do they retreat there? And I do want to check that again. I'm going to pause. Okay, I didn't see any rules about having to retreat to a supply source. So I'm going to move this guy out of the way here. So what we're going to do this and do this. Okay. And this guy still retains here. These units all have to move here. And they move 2 and they're not going to go any further. So now let's move the rest of the US. This guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So let's go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it gets supply back here. But these units are cut off now. Yeah, let's get some more horsepower there. There's no problem doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Marines are negating the EZOC here. So we've actually got 50 horsepower with a 2 shift against these guys halved with a -2. That's a big attack. But that should be enough horsepower to do it. I am tempted to pull this guy back to port, set him up for a possible invasion, and then let the Koreans screen here. That's pretty much enough power to pull the attack off. Let's hide pieces for a second and see if he's got a path to the port. He's in ZOC, so he can't use road movement, but it looks all clear. So he could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they're both poised for a possible invasion when the weather clears. And then I need to just screen these hexes. Not that these guys are going to attack out. But let's go ahead and put him here. And put him here. And then that allows these guys with the ZOC hidden, they can move better. So this guy can't attack across here. Is not going to help with that attack. So let's see. Yeah, it's just a river. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he can get all the way around. And then I'm going to move this guy here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. I'm going to keep these guys here. Alright, so they'll add. So the big moment, the attempt to recapture Seoul. That's what we're seeing here. It will not clear them out. They'll still be in Incheon. And the only way to attack Incheon, if I'm reading it, yeah, is from these 2 hexes. This is not a river here, so you can attack. And it looks like it's across a river, too. Anybody attacking across here is halved. That is a tough one to attack, but let's see what the odds are here. I'll keep hiding pieces, sorry. Seoul has no supply. The 2 hexes it would trace out of are here, are all of these, and it's surrounded. Incheon can't trace here, so they're both out of supply. Everybody's out of supply. So they're halved. 16, they got an 8. An 8 to 50. Well, let's just add all these up and have it. 5, 12, 19. Take it down to 18, that adds 9. So we got 59 to 8. 50 with 2 shift. That's off the chart. Off the chart. So what we're going to have the +2 DM. That's the big joker in the mix. So 8 times 8 is 64. Yeah, 59 gets you to 7 to 1, and then the 2 shift gets you to 8 1 9 to 1. We're off the chart. +2. Gosh, if you gotta roll, you gotta roll bad. Holy smoke. Seoul, wait, yeah, it's an exchange. Seoul is so expensive. But we took it. And I think you match steps here, so these are all of the weaker units. So for an exchange, the side with the lower steps is eliminated, the side with the larger equal number of steps. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. So, luckily we did all these Koreans in here. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Got to come up with one more. I am tempted just to eliminate. Well, now that he's gone, I can just I'll just eliminate him. 6. So it was the Koreans charging across the river. And what do we want to put in Seoul? Put this guy here. Okay, and that actually right now is Seoul. Yep, that's 2 victory points. So there it is. If the scope doesn't change and the UN can clear these units out, they win. And we've got those guys there too. So another heavy toll on the Koreans. Both sides. And I believe that's the end of the turn. Let's remove the mood marker. So, the North Koreans have a big decision here. Do they try and escalate next turn? So, that's the big question here. Otherwise, it's entirely possible that all of these units can be cleared out by next turn. Incheon may be tough, but they're going to get a 2 shift, and if they get an invasion, they'll get 2 shots at it. So, I'm having to think that we're going to see the Koreans try and bring the Chinese in. Alright, well, this was a little longer, 13 minutes, but we do see the UN making progress. So, I'll end it here, and when we come back, we'll find out if the Koreans decide to and succeed in pulling the Chinese in to help them. Alright, thanks for listening.